The Lord called to Moses in the tabernacle and said to them, "Give the following instructions to the people of Israel. When you present an animal as an offering to the Lord, you may take it from your herd of cattle, flock of sheep and goats. If the animal you present as a burnt offering is from the herd, it must be a male with no defects. Bring it to the entrance of the tabernacle, so you may be accepted by the Lord. Lay your hand on the animal's head, and the Lord will accept its death in your place to purify you. Make you right with him. Then slaughter the young bull in the Lord's presence. And Aaron's son, the priest, will present the animal's blood by swearing it against all sides of the altar that stand in the entrance to the tabernacle. This skin an animals and cut it to pieces. The son of Aaron, the priest, will build a wood fire on the altar. They will arrange the pieces of offering, including the head of fat." Okay, why is it fat, though? They will have the offering of fat. Why would you want the fat, though? The internal organs and the legs must first be washed with water, and the priest will burn the entire surface on the altar as a burnt offering. It is a special gift, a pleasing aroma to the Lord. No, yeah, so I'm just reading chapters of the Bible that I didn't read, and they're weird because this one's called Leviticus, and I never read that. I think that's how you say it. I'm probably going to say all these words wrong, so please don't hurt me. But, yeah, so that's what I'm doing. And then I'll just probably be analyzing this. I just really bored today to playing games, so I'll be just reading this. Must be built with no defects. Slaughter the animal on the north side of the altar. In the Lord's presence, Aaron's son, the priest will splatter its blood against all sides of the altar. Then cut the animal to pieces, and the priest will arrange the pieces of the offering, including the head of fat on the wood burning on the altar. But the internal organs and legs must be washed with water. Okay. Well, that's good. To wash them. Then the priest will burn the entire sacrifice on an altar as a burnt offering. Why does God want a special gift? Oh, okay. If you present the bird as a burnt offering to the Lord, choose either a turtle dove or a young pigeon. The priest will take the bird to the altar, raiding its head off, burned it on the altar, but first you must drain its blood against the side of the altar. Oh, I forgot, I'm doing the Old Testament now, if you guys didn't realize. Especially with all the killing. I think that's definitely a good giveaway that it's Old Testament, pretty much. Priest must also remove the crop and the feathers, and then throw them in the ashes on the east side of the altar. And grasping the bird its wings, priest will tear the bird open, but without tearing it apart. Then he will burn it, burnt offering on the wood burning on the altar. It's a special gift, pleasing aroma to the Lord. Once you present as a grain of offering to the Lord, the offering must consist of choice flour. You are poured olive on it. Sprinkle it with frankincense and bring it to Aaron's son, the priest. The priest will scoop out a handful of the flour, moistened with oil, together with all frankincense and burns represent a portion on the altar. It is a special gift, pleasing aroma to the Lord. The rest of grain offering, all will be then given to Aaron and his sons. This offering will be considered the most holy part of the special gifts presented to the Lord. If your offering is a grain offering baked in oven, it must be made of flour, choice of flour, without any yeast. It may be presented in the form of this thin cakes mixed with olive oil or wafers spread with olive oil. If grain offering is cooked on griddle, it must be made of choices, flour mixed with olive oil, but without any yeast. Okay. This would just be weird if God actually had all these particular things. Like, that doesn't make sense. Why would you want this and then this? If your grain was offering in the pan, must be made of choice of flour and olive oil. No matter how grain offering to the Lord has been prepared, prepare it to the priest who will present it to the altar. The priest will take a representative portion of the grain offering and burn it on the altar. is special gift, a pleasing aroma to the Lord. The rest of the grain offering will be then given to Aaron and his sons as their food. This offering will be considered a most holy part of the special gifts presented to the Lord. Do not use yeast in preparing any of the grain offerings you present to the Lord, because no yeast or honey may be burned as a special gift presented to the Lord. You may add yeast and honey to an offering of the first crops on your harvest, but these must never be seasonal grain offerings and salt to remind you of God's eternal covenant. Don't forget to add salt to grain offerings. My salt. Oh, God. Oh, God, I just read that. I am done. Seasonal God's eternal covenant. Okay. Prepare a grain offering to the first portion of harvest. Bring fresh grain and course again for the roots, but all the grain offerings sprinkled with frankincense. The priest will take a percent portion grain moisture with oil, taking with the frankincense and burns a special gift presented to the Lord. And this is presented by Holy Bible New Living Translation, copyright of 1996, 2004, and 2007 by the Tyring House Foundation, used by permission of Tyring House Publishers in Carroll Stream, Illinois. All rights reserved. If you present an animal from the herd as a peace offering to the Lord, it may be a male or female, but it has no defects. Lay your hand on the animal's head and slaughter it at the entrance of the tabernacle. Then Aaron's sons, the priests, will splatter the food against all sides of the altar. The priest must present a part to the peace offering as a special gift to the Lord. This includes all the fat around the internal organs, 2 kidneys and fat around them, leading to the loins and the long lobe of liver. These must be removed with the kidneys, and Aaron's sons will burn them on top of the burnt offerings and the wood burning on the altar. It is a special gift, pleasing aroma to the Lord. Present an animal from the flock, a peace offering to the Lord, and if you're male or female, there's no defects. Isn't it the same thing? Lay your hand on his head and slide it from. They just freaking. Priest must present the fat piece. Yeah. What? 30% a goat. This raw from being to the Lord. In your hands and slaughter it in front of the tabernacle. Aaron's sons will spread. All fat belongs to the Lord. Okay. That's so of the fat. Why you want that? Okay. Lord says Moses give the following instructions to the people of Israel. This is how you deal with those who sin unintentionally by doing anything that violates one of the Lord's commands. If the high priest sins, bringing guilt upon the entire community, he must give a sin offering for the sin that he has committed. He must present the Lord a young bull with no defects. He must bring the bull to the Lord at the entrance of the tabernacle, lay his hand on the bull's head and slaughter it before the high priest will take some of the bull's blood in the tabernacle, dip his finger in the blood, and sprinkle it 7 times before the Lord in front of the inner curtain of the sanctuary. The priest will then put some blood on the horns of the altar. For fragrant incense that stands in the Lord's presence inside the tabernacle, he will pour the rest of the bull's blood at the base of the altar of the burnt offerings at the entrance of the tabernacle. And the priest must remove all the fat of the bull and be offering as a sin offering. This includes all the fat around the internal organs, 2 kidneys, and the fat around them near the loin and the loin long tube liver. He must remove these along with the kidneys, just as he does with the cattle offerings as a peace offering, and burn them on the altar to burnt offerings. But he must take whatever is left of the bull, hide its meat and head, legs, organs, and dung. Carry it away to a place outside the camp to the ceremonial clean place where the ashes are dumped. There on the ash heap he will burn it on a wood fire. The entire community sins by violating one of the Lord's commands, but the people don't realize that they are still guilty. When the people become aware of their sins, they must bring a young bull as an offering for their sins and present it before the tabernacle. The elders of the community must lay their hands on the bull's head and slaughter it before the Lord. The priest will then take some of the bull's blood into the tabernacle, dip his fingers in the blood, sprinkle it 7 times before the Lord from the inscription. He will then put some blood of the horns of the altar, fragrant incense, and stand in the Lord's presence inside the tabernacle. He will pour out the rest of the blood at the base of the altar for burnt offerings at the entrance of the tabernacle, and then the priest must remove all the animals' fat and burn it on the altar. Whew. Just as he does with the bull offering as a sin offering for the high priest. Through this process, the priest will purify the people, making them right with the Lord, and they will be forgiven. Then the priest must take this whole left of the bull and carry it outside the camp and burn it there. Just as he done with sin offering for the high priest. The offering is for the sins of the entire congregation of Israel. If one of Israel's leaders sins by violating one of the commands of his Lord but does not realize it, he is still guilty. When he becomes aware of his sin, he must bring as an offering a male goat with no defects. He must lay his hand on the goat and slaughter it in the place where he burnt offerings are slaughtered before the Lord. This is an offering for his sin, and the priest will dip his fingers in the blood of the sin offering, put on the horns of the altar for the burnt offerings. He will pour out the rest of the base of the altar, and then he must burn all the goat's fat on the altar, just as he does with the peace offering. Through the process, the priest will purify the leader from his sin, make him right with the Lord, and then will be forgiven. If any of the common people sin by violating one of the Lord's commands, but they don't realize it, they are still guilty, and they become aware of their sin, they must bring the offering of sin for a goat, slaughter it in the place where burnt offering slaughtered, and the priest will dip his fingers in blood. He will pour out the rest of the base of the altar, then remove all the goat's fat, just as he does with the fat of the peace offering. He will burn the fat on the altar, and it will be pleasing aroma to the Lord. Through this process, the priest will purify the people, making them right with the Lord. They will be forgiven. If people bring a sheep as their sin offering, it must be a female with no defects. They must lay a hand on the head of the sin offering slaughtered. It must be burnt offering on the slaughter. And the priest will dip his fingers in the blood of the sin offering, and the horns will be the altar burnt offering. He will pour out the rest of the sheep's fat, just as he does the fat of the sheep. Present peace offering. He will burn the fat on the altar on top of the special gifts presented to him. Through this process, the priest will purify the Lord from their sin, making them right to the Lord, and they will be forgiven.